Hi y'all. Look how luxurious I look in my little nightgown and my little frilly robe. Anyway, today's video I am so excited to present to all of you. I found a list that apparently some random men compiled of the type of women they shouldn't date. Now don't get me wrong, I don't care. I will help throw them a going away party to whatever island or country that they want to run off to in their quest to find the perfect pick-me. However, I think we're going to have a little fun, and I want to dissect this list and explain to you why these types of men don't want this type of woman in particular. Let's talk about it. The first thing they put on the list, number one, I was going to green screen the list, but it's too small. It's not very, I can't really, I'll fix it later. But the first thing they put on the list was telling men don't date single moms. And I really feel like they say this, one, I feel like somebody who's immature would say something like this about a woman with kids, because I have plenty of friends who have kids, they met their husbands, and their husbands treat those kids like those kids belong to them. I mean, you would never be able to tell the difference as to who, if that dad is their biological dad or not, unless the stepdad is of a different race. And those, I feel, are real men. But somebody who's trying to evade any kind of responsibility of any kind and would automatically disqualify a woman because she has kids, I think is fucking weird. And I also think it's weird because for every single mom, there is a single dad. So why do they shit on us if we say that we don't want to date single dads? Like, how does that, I'm not understanding how that works. The second thing they put on the list is not to date women with tattoos. Again, I am disqualified, boo-hoo, because I have a tattoo on my back, on my rib cage. But they want these women who are fresh out of the plastic wrapper. And when I hear a lot of these men describe the kind of women that they want, no hair, you know, no waist, tiny, no tattoos, pure, they're describing children. And that's concerning to me. I know plenty of women who got sleeves. They got tattoos on their neck, tattoos on their face, tattoos on just about every inch of their body. And they're with men who love them, who also have tattoos, or maybe they don't have tattoos. But a woman expressing herself should not be an issue. But like I said, a lot of these men, they're attracted to something that's very inappropriate. The third thing these men had on the list is women who dress provocatively, which is just another form of control. They don't want other guys looking at you. They don't want you to attract another man that could possibly be better than them, you know, because God forbid you realize your worth and realize that they're a complete dickhead and not want to be with them anymore. But it shouldn't matter how a woman dresses. And I just feel like if you only respect women who dress like, you know, whole body covered, you really don't respect women. You respect women that you can control. And it also plays into this idea that if a woman dresses a certain way, she's asking to be assaulted. No, that is not the case. You need to learn how to control yourself. So anytime I've dated a man who didn't want me to dress a certain way because they felt like I was drawing attention to me, it was for the reasons that I mentioned to you guys just now. They don't want me to realize my worth and have another guy sweep me off my feet. They're jealous, they're intimidated of other guys. But in my opinion, if you're doing right by your woman, you won't be worried about another guy swooping in and sweeping her off her feet, because you'd be doing that in the first place. And it's so funny, they don't want you to dress like that, but they be online looking at, you know, all kinds of stuff. The next thing they put on the list is they don't want women who are sex workers. You know, it just goes along with the last point that I mentioned. It's all about control. I feel like a real man would be in that situation and kind of laugh. because everybody's looking at his girl, his woman, but he's the only one that gets to be with her. She going home to him. So he would be flattered that he has the hottest girl around that everybody wants and fantasizes about, but they can't have her. Number 5, they say don't date women who have an Instagram page. Control. Again, they want you to be hidden. They want you to be ignorant of the world around you. They want to cover you up because, God forbid, they just work on themselves and be actually good men. No, they just want you to hide and be hidden and to never be seen. So the threat of an actual great man coming along isn't even something that they have to worry about, which is ridiculous. But they're allowed to have social media and they're allowed to follow all of the women that we just talked about that they told you not to date. And also, they know that behind their woman's back, they be all up in folks' DMs and stuff, and it's projection because they don't want you doing that shit to them. Number 6 and 7 was they don't want women with multiple piercings or women who have different colored hair because, God forbid, again, as I stated earlier with the tattoos, we express ourselves. God forbid we not be fresh out of the plastic wrapper. They want kids, and that is disgusting. But as I said, women who do have the colored hair and the piercings, that's who they're following on social media and fantasizing about. The next thing they put on the list is women with hoe friends, promiscuous friends, which again, it's just projection to me. If you're doing right in the bedroom, you won't be worried about a threat coming along. You won't have to worry about her hearing the adventures of her hoe friends and being jealous about the life that they're living because she'll be getting taken care of at home by you. But if you're insecure and you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, then of course, you're going to be worried about who she's hanging around and who might influence her to show her that she's getting the short end of your stick. Y'all see what I did there? The next thing they put on the list are models who market to men. I guess it's women who post thirst traps. Now, here's what these guys need to realize. They're just using you for your money. They know you're going to look at that, and now they can pay their mortgage and do all, live the life that they want. They're taking advantage of the fact that you lack self-control and you're a fucking idiot that's going to watch those thirst traps. Also, a lot of times women, you'd be surprised, women post thirst traps for other women. I mean, granted, yes, there are some women who post thirst traps for men, but for the most part, women post thirst traps for other women because I want you to tell me that my outfit is cute. I want you to tell me that my lip gloss is popping. A compliment from men and a compliment from women, I know I'm looking good. Number 10, and I'm going to have to do a part 2, they put don't date women who travel regularly because they want us strapped up in a dungeon, tied up to a wall, and they don't want us to see the world and the beauty of it and to meet new people and to have new experiences and to be educated and to actually have fun. They want to run the streets, they want to have the fun, and then come back to us for us to cook them dinner and clean up after them and wash their laundry for them. That is absolutely ridiculous. I love to go out and do things. I don't always have the energy for it, but I love to go out and do things and have fun. And I would want to be with a man who not only would want to do things with me, but will want me to enjoy time by myself and time with my friends. Please run away from any man who wants to keep you in the house all the time and away from your friends all the time because he's trying to isolate you so that you're not hip to the bullshit that he's trying to put over on you. Catch me in part 2.